Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really fun and exciting video for you guys. I did this full face makeup tutorial using a bunch of new products from NARS Cosmetics. I really love the new products that I used. You guys can see how they performed, my first impressions on them, and I just really had fun playing around with makeup and creating this kind of like a rosy, vintagey eyeshadow look and full face look for you guys. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. I'm going to begin with my eyes. I do have my eyebrows already done, and it's just a super simple way that I do them. I do have a tutorial on that, so I can link that for you guys if you want to see how I do my brows. Just to keep the video a little bit shorter, I just did them off camera. So we're gonna get right into the eyes now. I always like to do my eyeshadow first. So I'm gonna start by priming my eyelids with this NARS primer. This is the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base in the shade called Light. So I'm just gonna place that on my lids and just rub that in with my fingertips. Okay, so now for the eyeshadow, I got these beautiful NARS palettes. These are their little quads. There is the Orgasm quad and then the Orgasm X one, and they're just so gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with these shades. They're like those vintagey mauve shades. I just think that they're gorgeous. I really love this Orgasm one. It just gives me total like vintage vibes, and I'm really feeling these soft like pinky vintage shades, especially in this palette here. This one's really beautiful too. It's just a little bit more deeper, and you have more of like those cranberry purpley mauve shades, while this one is definitely more on the champagne side. I will show you guys a close-up so you can see how pretty this is. So as you can see in this one, you have like almost like that peachy pink matte shade, which is gorgeous, and then you have like this more champagne metallic shade, that pinky metallic, and then more of like a taupey mauvey metallic, and then this Orgasm X one is really gorgeous as well, and they're just really beautiful, and the NARS eyeshadow quality is always amazing, so I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm really drawn to this matte shade over here. They don't have individual names. This is just the Orgasm quad. And that shade over there is kind of like a dusty peach matte shade, which is so pretty. So I just want to place that all over my crease. And I think I'm going to do kind of like a halo-ish eye. So I'm going to place that on the inner and outer corners as well, and just really smoke out that one specific shade all over my lids. And to do that, I'm gonna go in with this Hank & Henry blending brush. This is like a nice big fluffy blending brush in the style called Savvy. Okay guys, so as you can see, that shade really blended out nicely. I do have a little bit of fallout, but that is okay because I will be wiping that away after. So it's a really good thing to do your eyeshadow first, so you just don't have to worry about fallout in general. But overall, I just think that this shade in particular is just stunning. It's like that perfect like dusty peachy kind of shade, and it's just so pretty. I'm obsessed with it. So I think I might just leave it at that just to keep it a little bit softer. And I do want to kind of create a halo eye, so I think I'm going to be taking a few of these metallic shades and just kind of placing them in the middle, so we will see what I come up with. So to create a little bit of a base, I'm going to use this NYX glitter primer, and I'm just going to put that on with this flat concealer brush. This is a Zoeva 234 Luxe Smoky Shader brush, and I'm just going to kind of blend that on the middle there just to kind of create a nice base for those metallic shades so they kind of stay on all day and we get like the maximum pigmentation. And I'm just placing that just along the middle of the eye there, just where I want those glitters to really pop. So using that same brush, I'm gonna go into this kind of taupey mauve shade, and I'm just gonna place that all over. Okay, so we have that really nice taupey metallic shade on, which actually blended pretty nicely with that nice peachy shade, but I do want to add a little bit more of a pop in the very middle. So I'm just going to add that really pretty pinky champagne shade in the middle, just where we place that taupe shade. Okay, now just going in with this small little brush here. I'm going to take a bit of that golden champagne shade, and I'm just going to place that right in the middle. So as you can see, it just makes the middle really pop, and we're kind of just doing like an ombre effect with those metallic shades. So now with the makeup removing wipe, I'm just going to wipe away any of the fallout that we have under the eyes. Okay, so now I'm just going to prime my face with this Hello Fab First Aid Beauty Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. And I have like a little sample size here from Sephora, and I love this primer. So I'm just going to place a little bit of that onto clean hands and mainly put it in my T-zone where I have the most pores and problems with shine. So now I'm trying to use as many NARS products as I can, since this is kind of like a NARS video in a way, because I have a lot of new, fun, exciting products from NARS. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation, not just from NARS, but pretty much in general. This is definitely an amazing high-end foundation. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and this one is in the shade M3.5 Vanuatu. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's just a really nice medium tone foundation. And I'm going to place this onto a damp beauty blender. I did wash mine, but it is a little bit stained, but just make sure that it is nice and damp. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers in the shades here. I'm gonna mix a couple shades, medium, a dark 1.5, and a light 2.3, and I'm just going to mix them together, blend them out with that damp foundation sponge. I'm taking the darker one first, and then I'm just gonna lighten it a little bit with that lighter one. And as you can see, I'm kind of just using that concealer just to clean up the eyeshadow, create a little bit of a defining line there. I'm just lightening it up with that lighter concealer, just more towards the inner corners. Okay, now I'm just going to use a loose setting powder to set my under eyes, and this is the Givenchy Prisme Libre matte setting powder. I'm just going to use a powder puff for that, and I'm just going to place that powder under my eyes. Now going in with a big fluffy brush here, this is a Morphe JH01 brush. I'm going to go into this BareMinerals BarePro. This is their Performance Wear Powder Foundation, and I'm just going to place a little bit of that on my face just to kind of set the foundation. This is in the shade called Linen 10.5. Okay, now I'm just going to wipe away any of that under eye setting powder. Okay, now to add some color and dimension back into my face, I'm going to go in with this new NARS bronzer. This is one of my new favorite bronzers. This is their Paradise Found bronzing powder, and it is honestly the perfect bronzer in my opinion, because it just blends flawlessly and it's the perfect shade. I love the shade over here. It's not too cool toned, it's not too warm, it just looks amazing. So I'm going to go in with this Morphe JH02 brush, and I'm just going to bronze all over. I'm just going to highlight the tip of my nose with a little bit of concealer. This is the NARS Light 2.3 concealer that I used under my eyes. I'm going to take that with a little brush, just place some of that concealer as a base on the tip and bridge of my nose. And that'll be a really nice base for the powder highlighter that I'm going to place after. Then I'm just blending it out with my fingertips. I'm really excited to use this palette here. So this is the new NARS Orgasm X Cheek Palette, and they give you 2 blushes and a highlighter. This is the original Orgasm blush. This is the Orgasm X blush, so it's a little bit more on the like deep coral side. And then this is a stunning highlighter, and this highlighter is just called Orgasm, so it is the Orgasm highlighter, and it's just such a beautiful like bright gold, and I'm just so excited to use it. So I'm gonna go in with these blushes. I think I do want to try out both blushes. So first I'm gonna start with the original Orgasm, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of this just to really make it pop. I'm gonna use this brush over here. This is the Morphe JH06 brush, and I'm just gonna go into the original Orgasm shade first. It's definitely more of like a soft, almost like more cooler toned pink, while this one, as you can see, is definitely more coral. So yeah, that's definitely more like baby doll pink. It does have the subtle little shimmers in there, the golden shimmers, and it's just really pretty. It adds a little bit of glow to your cheeks, so that is always beautiful. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with that more Coral Orgasm X blush. That's definitely a lot brighter, and it looks really nice actually mixed. If you add a little bit more of the bright coral just on the inner corners of the cheeks there. I'm also gonna add some to the bridge and tip of my nose, just because I feel like it ties everything together, makes you look nice and sun-kissed. Okay, now I'm going to go into that stunning Orgasm highlighter, which is just like a beautiful golden shade. It's so pretty. I'm just gonna place that on my cheekbones and anywhere else I want to highlight. Guys, you see this? This is literally just that highlighter. I didn't add like any setting spray to really make it pop or anything. So pretty. It is so bright. Wow. It like totally just like melts into the skin. Okay, so that is a lot of highlight. I just kind of packed it on, so now I'm just gonna take this little stippling brush and I'm just gonna blend it out a little bit just to kind of buff out any highlighting parts that are a little bit too heavily packed. Okay guys, that cheek palette is literally insane. I'm obsessed with that highlighter. I love those two blushes. I just think that it's such a beautiful pigmented palette and it's really good quality, and I really love it. So now to finish off the eyes, I'm going to go back in with that Orgasm Quad, back into that nice matte peachy shade, and just taking a smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe JH40 brush, and I'm just going to smoke that all in the lower lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that golden champagne shade on this little packer brush, and I'm just going to place that on the inner corners. That shade is so pretty and really bright, so it looks amazing on the inner corners. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my favorite nude liner in the waterline. This is the NARS High Pigment Longwear eyeliner in the shade called Rue Bonaparte, and I'm just going to place it on the waterline. Okay, so now I'm going to put some mascara on my lashes. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara, just in the shade Black, and I'm going to place that on my top and bottom lashes. Okay, so now I'm just going to pop on a pair of lashes that I got from eBay. So I will link the specific style that I'm using in the description box for you guys, so that will be there. Okay guys, so now to finish off the look, we need to do the lips, and I'm going to first line my lips with this NARS Precision Lip Liner in the shade called Vence, and it's just a really nice rosy pink shade, so I will line my lips with that first. I'm just gonna kind of fill in the rest of my lips with that shade. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this NARS lip gloss. This is their oil infused lip tint in the shade called Reef. And it's kind of like a mauve rose shade, so it's super pretty. Okay guys, so that is the final look using all of those beautiful new products that I'm just obsessed with. I just used that one eyeshadow palette for this look, which was just the Orgasm palette. If you guys would like to see me use the Orgasm X palette, which was the more deep mauve taupey palette, then please let me know in the comment section. I would love to create an eye look using that palette as well. So I hope you guys like this makeup look using some new high-end products. Please feel free to leave any requests or comments in the comment section down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!